Hi guys, so welcome to my channel. This is Raj again. I'm a music producer, audio engineer. I'm here at the North Hit Project. We are going to review the new product from Presonus, which is the E7XT studio monitors. So without further ado, let's start with the tech specs. According to their website, the studio monitor has a frequency response of 42 Hz to 20 kHz. It has a crossover frequency of 2.5 kHz. The low frequency amplifier power is 75 watts and the high frequency amplifier is 65 watts. The low frequency driver is a reinforced woofer. The high frequency driver is a 1.25 inch silk dome tweeter. The high frequency driver has the new EBM waveguide. This is, I think, for the new XT speakers. It allows you to hear the soundstage more wider because the degree of the dispersion is also wider. From the tech specs in the manual, it also has a protection. It has RF interference protection. It has output current limiting protection, over temperature, turn on and off transient, subsonic filter, and a fuse. The build quality of these monitors. This monitors is made with vinyl laminated medium density fiber board. So let's look at the backside. The backside has the acoustic tuning right here. And for your reference, these are the graphs for the input and the controls here. Basically, the mid frequency is a boost between 1 kHz. It has a plus or minus 6 dB in 1 kHz. Peak filter right here. And then for the high frequency, you have a shelf at 10 kHz plus and minus 6 dB. And for the gain right here, you also have, I think, plus or minus 6 dB. And for your connections, you have RCA unbalance, TRS balance, and XLR balance. These inputs cannot be used simultaneously. Can only use one at once. We have the low cut filters and acoustic space. So let's look at the low cut filter. The low cut filter has a cut on 80 Hz and 100 Hz. So you can choose between 80 and 100 Hz, or you can go flat. And for the acoustic space, the acoustic filter is basically a low shelf at 20 Hz to 800 Hz. Just shelves down negative 2 dB and negative 4 dB depending on what you need and the position of your speakers. And lastly, we have the power and the socket right here. So basically, that's a technical specification of this studio monitor. So let's go about how it sounds. Apparently, there's no one perfect way to let you hear this over the internet and remotely, except that you should really try this on your own, at your own studio, at your own place. Because even if I put in one of these measurement mics, there's really a lot of factors, including the room itself and the positioning of the speakers. So I guess you just have to trust me on this. So I guess I have to just describe to you guys my experience with these monitors and how I use it as I mix and master. So basically, let's start off at the very beginning. At first, it's really hard to adjust. Same with the other monitors. If you have new color and new character to the sound you're familiar hearing with, and there's a new one coming in at your work, it's really hard to grasp at first. Since I'm not familiar with how the line of Presonus studio monitors are, it's kind of hard for me to adjust. But as time passes, the more time I use it, it really showed me a lot of things. For example, I love this monitor showing me really that the levels of the vocals over the instruments itself and how bright things are and how dark things are. The one thing I just need to adjust to bring it up to my main monitor, such as the mid frequency band, which is the 1 kHz band right here. Maybe a dB, maybe just a dB or below 1 dB. This has too much space for me, too much for my reference, so I also adjusted the acoustic space on negative 2 dB, again to my liking. And everything fits perfectly after that. Between the price point of these speakers versus my mains, My mains are triple the price of these speakers, but when I adjusted that mid frequency, I'm just blown away. Because out of the box, I'm hearing that this monitor sounds like the vocals are a little bit tucked in behind the instruments themselves. So the instrument sounds bigger and the vocal sounds small. And I'm really not into that kind of sound. I'm not used to it. How we mix is really, it depends on our perception in the sound field as panorama. So if the picture in your head, in your monitors, and what you're hearing is that the vocals are at the center or at the back, or the instruments are just lush, well, that depends on you. It's your preference. It's really a good thing that this monitors has acoustic tuning and adjustments at the back, so you can really fine-tune everything depending on what you want to hear. Overall, pretty much everything, they sound awesome. The highs are clear. That's it. So after I adjusted those settings to my preference, everything it tells me is just truth, plainly. For the price point, I think this is the best studio monitor speakers you can buy, dead on. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on my next review. Bye bye.